Okay, welcome back. I have another big box of NBA cards to go through. So if you look at this box I received this a few days ago, physical weight 3 kilos, so 3 kilos of NBA cards. I wonder what's inside. This one was a bit more of a mystery when I looked at the eBay listing. It wasn't exactly every card laid out, but it's going to be fun to sift through and have a look through. So I'll get her open and then we'll have a look from top down, and then I'll start going through it, and probably take me a week to get through it all. So let's have a look what's inside. The seller was really nice. It was a more expensive lot. This one I think was around $168 posted. But it's been from, I bought this pretty much full. I know actually all this was provided for from my sales on eBay. So it's a large box of cards that I paid very little for. Seems to be somewhat roughly packaged, but that's fine. It's a lot better packaged than my last one was. I see some interesting stuff in here from the top. Some rookies, there's top-loaded cards. Let's pull something out here to have a look. So we have a Jordan Hawkins NBA gear from Spectra. And the enclosed game worn. Yeah, so we're off to a good start. Alright, I'm going to have to go through all these cards, get them out on the table, and see what we got. It's been a few weeks since I recorded the opening of the box of this lot, but I've finally got through it all. I've also had a couple other lots shop, which I'll go through after this. It's been not a bad month for pickups for my collection and store and all that sort of stuff, so I'll just go through these quickly. At the back, we've got these two large piles here of All-Stars to go towards my All-Stars binder. I'll break them down more. I'm going to do like a spreadsheet breakdown after this, so I'll just quickly run through these. So there's two piles of those, pretty cool. I got another pile of like All-Star prospects, so players I think might make the All-Star game, just so I don't have to go back and recollect them. I'm just putting them aside, and then I've got a bunch of Bulls cards to go through for my Bulls binder, which is pretty cool. So a couple of Bulls Ellis rookies. That one's actually in really good shape, so it's cool to get that. I had a pile of these are just inserts, base inserts from different sets. So some good cards in there, and then once again these will all go in my my All-Star binder if they're an All-Star or holds or whatever. There's a couple of rookie inserts there, but the rookies didn't work out, so I think I'll probably just maybe put those up on eBay if someone is trying to complete that set. I have this huge pile of just base rookies, and these are all rookies that I think haven't probably fully panned out yet, so I'll put these aside, and then hopefully maybe some of these guys might take off and I might be able to sell their rookie cards. Who knows, but yeah, good stack of rookies from this lot. Moving on, so I got these ones I put aside. These are sort of like giveaway cards. I'll put in my eBay orders, things like that. So they're just like parallels or rookie parallels of players that maybe aren't the best. So it's a good lot of those. Helps me get nice feedback on my eBay sales. I just do eBay to help fund my collecting. I don't really do it to make any money. I don't think that's worth it. Okay, and then I've got these. So I always pull these out because these are sort of, two of the best players ever. So I sort of put their cards aside. So I got Steph, a bunch of LeBrons and Stephs. Just their base cards, but I think they're cool players. I think everyone, most likely likes these guys. So I've got a LeBron binder. I don't have a Steph binder, but Steph goes into my All-Star binder, so I have all these cards anyway. So I have a de facto Steph lot. All right, next. Now these are all the parallels I got out of this lot that are, good players or stuff like that. That I think I might be able to list for $1 or $2 on eBay. There's quite a few parallels. Some cool looking cards in there. So I'll list all these. I think I list them about $2.49 Australian. That covers the postage and a little bit of cover on my Make a Cent or two, but it's more so just to have things there for the hobby. eBay is part of my hobby. I like doing it. So there's a Trey Murphy, set a third, pink. Yeah, just a heap of parallels, which is good to see. A couple of them were in top loaders. I didn't put them in top loaders, they already were, but there's a Maxi and a Joel Embiid. Hopefully Embiid can get back during the playoffs. I reckon he's a chance of maybe playing a little bit. Okay, next, so I got 2 more parts of this lot. So these are sort of the hits, if that makes sense. Things I got out of this lot that I know are worth something, or I just like them. So there's a Wemby rookie, a Cooper Flag rookie, Brandon Miller rookie, Evan Mobley rookie, Jordan Poole rookie. I think it's no, it's just a base. Okay. Got a Josh Hart rated rookie, AJ Mitchell, Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Black, Wells, Kershawn George, Alexander Sarr, VJ Edgecombe, Ace Bailey, and a Con. So they're all the good rookies. They're all in good condition, so I did top loaded those just to look after them. And now onto the hit pile. So these are the actual hits out of this lot. So got this Alexander Sarr rated rookie, a Jason Tyson JT20 silver, LeBron on the green shock, a Steph on the silver, blue prism, what do they call it, select. Got a Will Riley Topps Chrome silver or hollow. Got this Alex Cramble green, and that was numbered to it was number 11 out of 25, so it's a cool one to get in there. Got this RJ Hampton rookie or auto, no longer in league, but still an auto. They usually have, I can usually move most autos over eBay. Got this Draymond Green 92 out of 149 from Donruss. Got this Grayson Allen. If everyone watches Sage the Card Collector, he really loves this guy. Got his rated rookie. Got this Edric Coward on the X Factor. A Joker on the silver optic. A Luka on the pink. And another rookie auto of Charles Bedico. No longer in the league, but just again an auto. So yeah, it's a couple of dollars worth of things there. And then a couple of one touches, sort of cooler stuff. Got this Bradley Beal out of Origins, and that is game worn. So I like a bit of game worn stuff. There might be a Wizards fan who remembers the days of Beal and how good they were. And then this Jordan Hawkins, and this is this is enclosed game worn as well. So this is also a game worn of Jordan Hawkins. Hasn't had the best year. I don't know if he's going to pan out, but that's from Silhouette Basketball. So that's pretty cool to get those out of this lot. And so that sort of wraps this lot up. I think I got 2 more lots to go through, so I'll just move some of this stuff out of the way and then get that stuff out. The next lot showed up, and I'm a bit disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I paid $30 for it. I reckon I might have got $10 worth of cards. So I've got this base, Kyle Anderson, a couple of, vet parallels, Russell, Jones, there's Peyton Pritchard, Bobby Portis, Cam Reddish. It's sort of all those sort of vets that aren't the most popular. So like there's a stack of 10 set cards there. They got this Stephen Castle rookie, so that's not all bad. A couple of Tristan De Silva rookies, and then these are the vet parallels. So Darius Garland, Kuminga, Draymond, Pods, DeRozan, Thomas, Porzingis, Zion, Trae Young, Jaylen Brown, and Jalen Johnson playing the playoffs at the moment. So yeah, it was not the best lot, that one, but these things happen. I'll just put that off to the side. And then the last lot I had to show up this month, this is a 30 card lot. I think I paid around $60 for it, and I am actually quite happy with this lot, and you'll see why in a second. So I just got this base franchise features of LeBron. That's fine, we'll go on my LeBron binder, and all these cards came in top loaders, at least. Some of them come in one touches, and I took them out of that. So a couple of rookies of star players, so I got Zion, LaMelo Ball, and this Ja Morant rookie. That's just a level 1, but all good players. I think Ja will end up on a better team, and he'll play better again. I think whether or not his reputation is completely destroyed, who knows. So then I got a bunch of just random autos. So there's RJ Hampton rookie auto. There's a Jalen McDaniels rated rookie auto acetate. Davon Dotson autograph. Saban Lee autograph, and I believe that's numbered 104, 149. I got this Malcolm Brogdon auto as well, and that one is a 14 of 75. So not some bad autos. Yeah, be good for the eBay store sort of thing. I got this gold Luka acetate card, and that's probably my favorite Luka card I've gotten so far in my collection. So that was cool to get that. It's cool. Giannis on the splash on the red. I think it's like a, I'm not sure what that is, like a wave. So we had the OG Anunoby silver rated rookie. Got a Sengun silver emergent rookie. We've got a Talis Halliburton levels, I believe these are. That's what they're called. Maybe. Rated rookie, that was pretty cool. An LaMelo Ball silver prism, which I was pretty excited about this card when I got it, but it's slightly offset a bit. It's outside of that, it's pretty sharp. So that's not a bad LaMelo Ball card. Bit bad what he did to Bam. He sort of does something awesome and then really hurts people's liking him. Got a Kevin Durant on the Nets from the Purple Court Kings, and that's 14 out of 99. Not a lot of people care about his net stuff. I think outside the Warriors and Thunder, he hasn't got a lot of love for his other cards, but I still think the Sniper's a pretty awesome player. And then this is the card out of this whole lot that sort of drew my eye. I do love any sort of card under 25, under 49 sort of thing. So this Prime Twine, Devin Booker, 4 of 25. Suns are having a bit of a shock with the playoffs, but I thought this was a cool card to add to my collection. That one's going to stay in the collection for now. It's probably my best Devin Booker card. I'm sort of just trying to keep, if there's a player I like Devin, I like to keep maybe one card of theirs. So at the moment, this is my PC card of him. I won't even get this graded. So that was a good lot. Pretty happy with that lot. That lot sort of made the month a win, I reckon. And unless I have any other lots, I will now cut over to a spreadsheet, hopefully, and present some numbers for those card nerds out there. Alright, so I've made myself this little spreadsheet to help me try and track my spending a bit more within the hobby and these lots I'm picking up and evaluating if I did a good job, did a bad job. If I got, I'm not in the hobby to make money, but I'm not in the hobby to waste money either. So I just want to evaluate things I buy a bit more and try and help determine if I'm, doing well or not when my purchases. So anyway, so these are the 3 lots that are in the video. We've got the bulk mystery card lot, which was $168.91 delivered. Panini Prism NBA Sports trading card lot, which was $31.90 delivered, and then the 11 card Holo Parallel Auto Serial, the big, the better sort of collection pickup I got in this video. So breaking them out, I sort of have these line items, and I'm not going to go too much into this, but if you want to pause the video here and have a look, you're more than welcome to. But just sort of my sort of like low, medium, and high estimates for each of those, and it's got the quantities and all that sort of thing. And then just to quickly go on to the summary section of the spreadsheet, and what this does is sort of just give me a against the cost, what would be the estimated value, not so much what you're definitely going to get for it, but just sort of throwing the numbers out there that could be from between this range and this range sort of thing, and just to try and get some, like, what I'm calling a lot quality score, which sort of helps me determine if I should have bought it or should have passed on it. I sort of want to just be more buyers than passes, and around about 2 is the mark where I'd be buying it. So there's one in, so we're just looking at these, like, so for lot 17, which is the big lot of NBA cards I bought, the estimated low end is like $148, so yeah, pretty close. And then the mid end is, so you're shooting probably the value of it somewhere in between those two, and then there's a high end value, which is crazy. You're never going to get $982 for that lot, but just as a good little indication of how it went. I can see that this lot was probably a bad purchase because it was $31 and it had a low end estimate. It might have been worth $8, so a big miss. Even the mid end value is below what I paid for it, so yeah, I should have definitely passed on this lot, but that's the whole point of this exercise, to figure out what I should have bought and what I should have left behind. And then the last one, which was the good little 11 card collection that I had, I paid $62.94 for it. I sort of had the lower end of estimate at about $59.10, with the mid one being $149. It was a great buy. So basically lot 17, lot 19, they're the sort of lots I should be looking for, and then should definitely be passing on these sort of ones like that. And as I go on with this series, hopefully there'll be more of that. So thanks for watching, and look out for the next big lot collection in the future.